Hello 9A level business students. Today we're starting our new chapter. It is chapter 23, Organizational Structure and Employees. It's on page 192 in your books. Now first I'm going to explain you the first section of the chapter, and then on Thursday I will be giving you the related homeworks to do at home. Now first we start with what is an organizational chart? Below the page 193, you will see a typical organizational chart for a workplace. Please look as we go. The internal structure of a business is called a formal organization. That shows us who is the place of people in a hierarchy of a business, and it is shown by an organizational chart. At the very top of the organizational chart, we usually see the chairperson or the CEO. Below them, in a typical business place, we can divide a business to 4 departments. One of these departments are production, human resources, accounting, and we also have marketing. If it's divided into these 4 departments, each department will have a director. So below the chairperson, there will be 4 directors, which together will form the board of directors. Now, this organizational chart also helps us to see who is responsible for whom and who is accountable to whom. That means if I'm at the top, I will be responsible for the ones below me, and I will be accountable to the ones above me. So this shows me actually the chain of command, which information or orders will pass through the business place. Now, it will help us to show how my roles and duties and responsibilities are shared in a workplace. At the very top, we talked about the chairperson and the directors. Below the directors, usually we have managers. And we'll talk about their responsibilities in detail in a minute. And under that, usually we have supervisors, and then operatives, and then we have general staff. In this organization example, it's an organization chart of an Denham PLC example of a business. Now let's talk about the roles and duties of each position. First of all, we talked about directors. We talked about that they have authority over everyone below them, and they are usually accountable to the chairperson. And these directors are divided into departments. So you can be a production department director, marketing director, accounting director, or you can be a human resources director. Under them, we have managers. Managers have many roles. They're responsible for motivating, setting objectives, problem solving, decision making, planning, organizing, production, or whatever they're responsible of in each department. And then we have supervisors. Supervisors are usually responsible for auditing, controlling, and checking how the process is going. So the supervisors are usually below the managers, but they're on top of the operatives or other general staff. Operatives under them are usually skilled workers. And these skilled workers are responsible for operating an activity or a machinery or the production process, or if they're in the accounting department, they're accountable for the accounting process. And then we have the general staff, which are usually non-skilled or semi-skilled persons who perform specific tasks. They may be assistants, they may be workers, laborers, drivers, and so on. We may also have professional staff which have a profession, which are skilled, like any kind of, they may be architects, or they may be pilots, doctors. Of course, they are not at the below of the hierarchy. They can go anywhere between a manager or a director or underneath managers. So this is actually how we categorize the roles and responsibilities of people in a workplace. Now in our book, up to here, we have 2 questions. First, in page 192, we have getting started questions, which the case study is about the Zeta Hotel. Also on page 195, we have use lighting motors example, which again is about this topic. Now, for Thursday, I'm going to assign you these 2 questions, and next week we're going to continue with chain of commands and cover the other topics, and I'm going to give you new questions. So please read the book up to 195 today and solve the questions and send it to me as soon as possible. See you next week.